Welcome to the channel. Bear with me as I'm kind of getting situated here. I got a new desk, good for me. Cable management's a lot better for my steering wheel. And placing my keyboard next to me, everything's amazing. I've got a sit-stand desk. And I do not have a plug right now because I'm using the top one on my computer for my steering wheel for my light. So I'm going to look a little bit darker, but I'm not the main focus anyways. What I'm doing now is I'm just testing the game out. My whole life, my camera's reversed. At the top left there, we can see the FPS. I try to just get that rock solid 60 FPS, 1080p ultra settings. For me, that's good enough. And I'm watching my GPU and my CPU usage, okay? And what I'm essentially doing is I'm learning a lot of stuff here because I'm using MSI Afterburner for the first time in my life, and it kind of gives me a very good idea as to what's going on. See, right now I'm losing frames, but I'm not even at 50% GPU, and I'm not even at 25%, well, I am at 25% CPU. So I'm not even, like, maxing my hardware. And I am getting some more lag. That, forgot my signal there, that I used to never get before. But that's basically what I'm doing. Right now, I don't even know where I'm going, to be perfectly honest with you. I think, because the last time I played was like a couple of weeks ago, and I think I'm on my way to pick up a job. It would help if I actually looked where I was going. But I just want to see how the game runs, because like I said, before 1.5, I think it was like around 1.44, 1.45, up until that point, I used to actually play at 400% scaling. You know, to reduce the jaggedness there. And everything was perfect at 60 FPS. Now I have it at only 200% scaling. Maybe somebody suggested that I should drop it. So if we look right now, roughly 40-something GPU, 20-something CPU. And this is basically what it would sort of be like if I was playing at 4K. You know, where you're increasing the resolution here. I know that this isn't the same thing, but I'm saying it's a lot more taxing is my point. Now as I go back into the game, you can very clearly see that my GPU is definitely taking an extra hit there. But I can still do it. 60%. Just not too bad. Now, bear with me in a moment. What I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm going to drop it down to like just 100, just to leave it on the default, because the jaggedness from the anti-aliasing is so much better now than it was way back in the day. Like, things are so much better. And overall, just the performance of the game is pretty good. Now, I have an RTX 2070 Super. I know it's a few years old, heaven forbid. And a Ryzen 7 5700G, but considering the graphics of the game, which I think look good, I want to clarify that, and how long this game has been out, it is kind of sad that I even need something potentially better than this to get that rock solid 60 FPS with next to never having any frame rate drops whatsoever. And I'm not saying that the game isn't well optimized. That's not at all what I'm saying. Let me just go to the basic 100. I got rid of SSAO as well. That's kind of arguable or debatable as to if it's cost effective in terms of the what you're getting out of it. See, now I'm in the late 30s and my CPU is virtually untouched. So this is the part about computers again that are confusing. You can have a game where you're barely utilizing half of your hardware, but if you upgrade your hardware, you'll still get better performance. And again, at the 100, doesn't look bad. I mean, I can sort of kind of tell the difference, to be honest with you, but it's not like night and day. I'm also on a 32-inch monitor. So there's that. It is only a 1080p monitor. I say only because that's all I care about anyways. And it can do 165 hertz. I would be more interested. Yes, I am going through red lights and driving like a maniac right now. The other thing that I gotta do too, in a moment, and I apologize for this, is I'm going to have to change the force feedback, overall force feedback on my steering wheel a little bit lower. And the reason for that is actually pretty simple. Because I'm on a sit-stand desk, if I reef on my steering wheel, I can make my table move up and down because, well, there's no, whatchamacallit. There's no legs at the front, right? And that's actually why I no longer play with my steering wheel on console. See, now if I wanted to, because I'm feeling it to be a little bit too hard, all I gotta do now, I think I need to go to the controls. Overall, see force feedback, steering. You know what? Give me a minute. I'm going to pause this. I want to look through this and not get distracted, and I'll come back. But I'm pretty sure it's just the overall gain that I can just turn down. Give me a moment here. All right, I'm back, and I was a lot longer than I said it was going to be. I actually decided to have supper. Someone bought me an original chicken sandwich from Burger King. I couldn't turn that down. My diabetes was like, you know what? I'll let this one go. I'll put the beaties on pause. Go ahead and have that. Okay, so what I did now for my steering wheel is I went from 116 overall force feedback strength down to 75. And that has it so that the wheel can just turn smoothly, but I still feel all the bumps and little ripples in the road. So there's that. It's some good stuff. Yeah, I know I burnt the red light again. This is more about like testing my computer, looking at things, because this MSI thing is a huge thing for me because I've never used it before. Like, ever. Yeah, usually on a turn for some reason is when I lose some frames. Again, that's that $1 million question that I can't seem to answer because I'm just not knowledgeable enough. It's whether or not having better hardware will give me better performance if I'm already not even using half of my current hardware. If that makes any sense. In other words, what's causing the hiccup. And I'm not saying it's like super terrible. I'm also trying to convince myself to not have to upgrade my computer if I don't have to, because I would really would not want to have to if I don't need to. So, really? That's a long ass. What the hell is that? I mean, that is like Colorado, because we're getting all these states here. Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma. You know what? I don't know. Do I want to do that one? You know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. Now what I'm gonna do is what I normally do. I cheat. I don't know where I'm going. I mean, I do and I don't. I know it's to the left because I could see it on my map. What I normally like to do is use my actual mirrors and act like a real badass and show you that I know what I'm doing. But honestly, I don't really feel like doing that today. I really don't. I just want to take it easy. I want to have some fun. Okay, so that's what's happening. Because this truly is, let's be real, part of the challenge. So what I could essentially do is, yeah, it's like I'm sticking my head out. But see, now I can't see the front because... it's not the same, right? No. I was hitting the wrong gear shifter. And I'm using the mouse. This is where the tubby eye thing, Toby, Tibbly Tubby, whatever it's called, would be useful. But honestly, I could care less about that right now. Just using my mirrors. I feel like I'm gonna hit something. I mean, I'm not too far off. I also don't want to be here all day. And I don't think... you all want to be here all day either. Whoa. Got too distracted with the lights there. Did I hit something? Can you tell I don't? No, I didn't. Okay. I came close though. Seriously. I don't even know how I'm gonna get this thing out of here. At least it's not Alaskan road truckers. I can just click the button and we're good to go. Let's see here. This is where... Oh, boy. I'm telling you, when people say, oh, American Truck Simulator, where's the, where's the challenge? Yeah, see? My trailer rubbed up against that red one. I wasn't gonna, like, say anything, but it totally scraped. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get out of here. Honestly, it's such a long load. I do know you want to get as close to the wall as possible. Oh, man. What time is it now? I can't even tell. I forget if that's the time now or the time that I'm expected to get there. The time now is 9 a.m. Okay. Feels like it's darker. I mean, it could just be weather related. All right. Got a load of this load. And then this is always like the fun part is, you know, just looking at what you're doing. Like that. Sometimes I make a thumbnail out of it. I'm gonna turn up my sound for me, you won't hear a difference. Just I can feel the rumble through my ear canals. Definitely having a lot of fun. Wish the FPS was more solid. I know I keep complaining about that. But to be honest with you, it wasn't until I looked that I noticed it. I didn't really feel it. Protein shake. Yeah, this, like I said, as long as I could play this game properly, the bus, burn bus, any kind of simulator driving games, which is only a few of them that I play on PC, really I'm happy. Like with the computer. And then I don't really need to upgrade. I don't play like Assassin's Creed and your Grand Theft Autos and all that on PC. I just use the console for that. It's like good enough. This is like one of those things where you don't have a choice. There's nothing that comes close to the quality of this game on console. I mean, this is pretty much a conundrum. It doesn't make any sense that we have such an amazing game like this. Now, I'll turn off the blinky blink, because I guess we don't really need that. And then again, here I'm just taking my time. Looking at those mirrors, making sure I'm not clipping the trailer. Because that's it's a pretty big deal. Excuse me, to help with performance as well. I may at some point decide to go back and cut the traffic in half, because you can do that through the files. Like through the .ini file, there's a setting there that you can do. And I'm even tempted to have it so that, I've talked about this one before too, where your governor, you can't go over a certain speed. The only thing I don't like about that is it hard locks you at a certain speed, and there's highways where you're allowed to go faster, but you can't because you have that governor on. Not that I'm in a rush to go through the jobs here, but it is kind of nice to have that governor, because then you can just stomp your foot all the way down without having it like halfway up. Then it cramps your shin muscle, right? If you've ever had that happen. Then again, I work out my shins and my calves every single day a lot, so they're always kind of strained. See, like here we're allowed to do 75 miles an hour, which is a nice speed. I'm doing 80, but kilometers an hour, so that's different, completely different. You gotta multiply by 1.6 from the miles to get the kilometer, or divide if you're going backwards. Alright, that's enough math. But yeah, so around 40% GPU, 20% CPU. Okay. Not too shabby. Things seem to be clearing up a little bit. Good draw distance on this game. 130 kilometers an hour. I'm just saying that's fast. How fast am I going now? Yeah, 140. I'm almost doing 85 miles an hour. That will definitely tank the frames. Yeah, basically what I was saying with the governor, I wish I could change the speed and max it out. Like, 140 is not realistic. Nobody's going 90 miles an hour. It's kind of ridiculous to go that fast, honestly. Still don't understand why I'm in the 50s. This is where at one point I actually had my FPS locked at 50. Just so that I wouldn't have to feel that difference. The inconsistency in the frame. Actually, can I do that? Without having to go into the NVIDIA thing? Maybe I can do that? I think you can. I think you can, like... Yeah, right here. 60. So if I do 50... then we lock it at 50. Not like I'm going to notice a huge difference from 60 to 50. I'll notice more of the inconsistency. Yeah, so again, is it worth me upgrading? I don't know. I've spent close to $3,000 in the last 3-ish years. I bought my RTX 2070 Super when it was like the big thing. Or one of the big things back during COVID in 2020. So yeah, it's been 4 years already. I guess time flies by. And then my Ryzen 7 5700G in December. It'll be 3 years? It's only been 2.5 years, and I feel like my computer should last longer than that because the last build I built, it was a strong build. Because it lasted me 6 years until I started having issues with performance. See, so far I haven't had a single frame dip. 50 FPS isn't terrible. I play Once Human at 45. And speaking of that speed thing again, if you do World of Trucking, it automatically has the governor on, which I'm tempted to try because I forget at what speed it locks you at. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go to options. Let's go to gameplay. Fatigue simulation, traffic offenses, preferred job length factor, just the average length of jobs that are offered. I feel like I should bring that down to 75. Show truck limit, route advisor speed limit, route advisor speeding warning, automatic parking dialog, keep route advisor hidden. Heavy cargo warning screen, map alignment, parking difficulty, random events. I guess it's not in here. Not under graphics. Would it be under controls? Overall gain, it was at 116, which feels like an odd number. I can't find it. I feel like, again, like I need to pause it because I just don't know where it is. Give me a second. 2 seconds after I said that. Truck speed limiter. Enables the truck electronic speed limiter of 90 kilometers an hour / 65 miles an hour. World of Truck jobs have this feature permanently turned on. So you don't have a choice. So if I want to get into that, I thought that word was banned. Automatic retarder. Automatic engine brake enables automatic engagement. And let's try it. Whatever. That was me trying to be funny. Like, really? I'm just having fun. Yeah, so there it is. Foot all the way down. Why am I allowed to go faster? I just looked again. I'm not going to complain. It looks like it's not 90 kilometers an hour. Maybe it is adaptive. I have no idea. Yeah, I can't go above 105, which is cool. So there you go. They may have fixed it. This is one hell of a job. I gotta admit, it feels good having your foot slammed all the way down, knowing that you're not gonna be speeding. And I suppose it makes it a little bit more realistic. Like I said, hauling a big load at 100 miles an hour, not really that realistic. Kinda silly. I mean, I like it, but... yeah, this is definitely, as I've mentioned before, one of my favorite games in the world, one of the most relaxing games I've ever played, one of the most well put together games. There's some other ones that I really appreciate that can be relaxing. I could tell there was no one coming. Please pull in. Usually you pull out, but whatever. See how big I weigh, or how much I weigh. Helps if I could speak properly. £55,000. Time to go on Slim Fast. Yeah, so that's really not an extensive, exhaustive list of games that I really enjoy playing on PC. I'm, for the most part, as I've said, just fine with the PS5. I actually just sold my Xbox Series X because, well, all the exclusive games I love to play on there, I could play on my PC. And as a matter of fact, this PC can run Forza Horizon 5, which is one of my favorite racing games ever, where I just rip around, go for a cruise. It runs better on my PC than on the Series X, with higher graphics at 60 FPS, rock solid. And that was like half the reason I bought. Oh, there's an accident. But you know what happens with that, and it depends on... oh, I'm really rolling the dice here. There used to be an invisible wall. That could happen sometimes. I didn't hit anything. And then all of a sudden, bop, I would smack a wall. I'm gonna end up running out of gas, I think, at some point. And it's gonna be interesting, at least for me, to try and gas up while having a full load. Hey, there's a yellow Mustang. I saw one of those today. I see one practically every day. A yellow Mustang. Basically one of my favorite cars in the world, especially the Fox body one. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna end up taking a small break. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here and then I'm gonna try and gas up on my own. I think I've done enough here. Save game. We'll do that. Yes. And yeah. How long was I recording for? Well, there you go, half hour. That's about as long as I ever want to be recording from a time perspective. So thumbs up if you liked the video. It does greatly help support that channel with the algorithm and trying to make me a little bit more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up. And if you didn't like the video, that's okay. Go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half. I'll twist it. I'll break it off inside your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, exactly. Naturally, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And if I'm lucky, maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.